guys, my name is Nori and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna finally be doing our birthday haul. Yes, it was my birthday, September 28th, and your girl turned 26. I'm almost close to 30. I know, I'm being dramatic, but it is that way. I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20. So your girl is getting a little bit older. Your girl's starting to have gray hair. Stress, okay? 2020, stress. So we got quite a bit of books, which is nice. I got a good mix of manga. We have a couple of graphic novels, we have some new books, and then we have some old books. So this stack is killing it for me. I'm really excited about some of these things that are, well, I'm technically really excited for all of these books, but some I'm just like, come to me, gimme. So yeah, so without further ado, we are going to start this haul. So we're going to start with our graphic novels, and I'm going to get these three out of the way because they're all from DC. And I bought some books. Yes, I did. So we have Teen Titans Raven, which I already read and I loved it. And this is her origin story. This is part of the new Teen Titans series. I have Beast Boy next to me, but this one was gifted to me by DC. And I know, super exciting. But yeah, I got Raven, I got Catwoman's origin story, or her teenage story, and then we we Mera, which is Aquaman's lover. You know, I'm Team DC. This one has an underwater kind of feel to it because of the art. Raven's book is purple, which it's purple, gray, and black, so it's like, in my opinion, it's super gothic, super pretty, love it. And then we have Catwoman, and hers is blue themed. And you guys, don't we just love that? I love that for me. So yeah. Moving on to the manga, I did go to Barnes & Noble. It's going to be in my weekend vlog, which is definitely going to be up. Let me not say definitely, but I think that the weekend vlog is going to be up before this. So some of these you did get to see me like pick out from Barnes & Noble, but some of them I'll show you, or I'll briefly just talk about this whole entire stack. All right, so the first one, it is a Spy X Family by Tatsuyo Endo. This is volume 2. I gave volume 1 a 5 out of 5 stars. Like, it was so good. And I'm going to devour this tonight because I'm in a manga reading mood, and there's some series that I have to start catching up. So I love the series. Honestly, this is about our spy, and he is instructed to infiltrate a school to get to some powerful people. But in order to get to the school, he needs to have a wife and he needs to have a kid. Now, what he doesn't know is that the kid that he adopts is actually a telepath, and she could read people's minds. And then the wife that, you know, he stumbles upon, this sweet, sweet woman, is an assassin. So things get super interesting in this series, and I love it. The next two manga volumes that we have, it is Prince of Freya volumes 1 and 2 by Keiko Ishihara. And I gave the first volume a 5 out of 5 stars. I know this sounds like a pattern, but honestly, I don't really give manga volumes 5 stars. Like, it's very rare for me, but I've got lucky with some of these series and I'm absolutely enjoying them. So this follows Freya, and coincidentally, she actually looks like the king. So something happens to the king where she decides to replace him, but she's having a super hard time because she's very soft and she cries a lot, and she doesn't have control of her emotions. But like, the king is very, very decisive. He is very arrogant, very confident. So she's having a hard time, and there's a lot of political intrigue here. There's a lot of stuff going on here, which we love to see. So the next book that we have, it is The Promised Neverland volume 3, story by Kayu Shidai and art by Posuka Demizu. I am obsessed with the series. This is a very dark series, and this follows a group of orphan children. And there's something dark and sinister going on, and the children find out about it. So, yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it's dark, it's interesting. It is very thrilling, very intense. I'm slowly collecting these volumes because, my God, I love it. The next here that we have, it is Beyond the Clouds by Nick. And this cover is absolutely beautiful. I love watercolors, but I'm going to hold it up to the side so it doesn't give me a lot of glare. And this follows a little boy, and he is a minor, but he's very techie. He's very good at his job, but you know, he wants to get out from under the shadows. And one day this little girl pops in, and he has no idea who she is, but he notices that her wings are broken. So he takes it upon himself to fix them and go on an adventure. So it follows that. You guys know that one of my favorite tropes is with children. So I knew I was going to love this series, and I had to pick it out. The next 2 volumes that I have, it is An Incurable Case of Love by Maki and Joji. This was pitched as a Grey's Anatomy Scrubs manga, but in a more of like a rom-com romantic setting. And I was just like, I need it. Yes, I do. So I did read volume 1, and it was a lot of fun. I gave it 4 stars. So I decided to pick up volume 2 because I like that series that much, and definitely going to be picking this up tonight. So if you have not followed me on Goodreads, please do, if you want to see what I read and what are my updates. And the last one that I have here, it is a Blue Flag Volume 2 by Kaito. And I read Volume 1 as an arc, and I loved it. So I bought it with my own money and decided to continue on with the series, and I bought Volume 2. So this follows a group of kids in high school, and they're just pretty much high school kids discovering their path of life, discovering their sexualities, and forming relationships, friend-wise and lovers as well. So this is a very deep, very funny, very emotional series, which I have been absolutely loving and been dying to continue as well. Alright, so next we have, I just put it to, I guess, new releases. This wonderful, colorful stack. So we're just going to start with the first one. And the first one, it is Loathe at First Sight by Suzanne Park. And let me just hold it this way. You guys know I love my romance. And this is a romance between a up-and-coming female game developer and her assistant. And do I even have to say any more? Probably not. So this tugs at my gamer heartstrings, and again, it's romance. It's a great palette cleanser. Plus I need more yellow books, so this worked out perfectly. So the next 2 books I have combined together, and that is The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston and On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This was both a gift from Val and Kenny for my birthday. Thank you guys if you're watching. Hi. And yeah, they got me books for my birthday. We love to see that. Yes, we do. So this is the second book in Geekarella. I actually have Geekarella right here. Look how cute these 2 look together. Okay, love it. So Geekarella actually gave a 5 out of 5 stars, and I decided to continue on with the series. And yeah, so this follows a bunch of nerds. It follows a fandom, and this one, the first one, was a Cinderella retelling, and this one is a The Prince and the Pauper retelling. So you kind of get that, but this one is actually a female romance. And I heard that it was super cute, and your girl loves YA contemporary, so it's perfect. And then On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Everybody knows Angie Thomas. Everybody hopefully has read The Hate You Give. That is an amazing book, and actually a lot of people like this book better, which it's kind of crazy because like The Hate You Give was a 5 out of 5 star read for me, so it's like oh, it gets better than a 5 out of 5 stars. Yes, we love to see that. So this follows Bree, and she's actually the daughter of a very famous underground rapper that actually died when he made it big. She has shoes to fill, but she goes to the school and she actually gets labeled a hoodlum, and things are not going really well at home. Like, they're having a financial situation when the mom loses her job. So she has all of this pent up anger that she pours out into her first song, and that song goes viral, and now she is she wants to make it because, again, her mom just lost her job. She wants to get money, and she's gonna become a rapper. So it follows Bree and her struggles, and you know Angie Thomas hits all in the feels, so I literally cannot wait to pick this up. The next book that we have here, it is Take a Hint, Danny Brown. You guys know that Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, both of them, is like, well, is my all-time favorite romance from 2019. Y'all know that romance, 5 out of 5 stars for me. Your girl connected to a lot of the characters. Talia Hibbert's writing is so good, and this series does get a little steamy, like super steamy, which your girl loves. So this follows a sister to Chloe Brown, and this follows a fake dating between her and a security guard, and something happened which they went viral, so they decide to take advantage of that. You guys, I'm dying to read this book, and now that I have it in my hands, you'll probably see this in my wrap up because literally I'm going to read it this month. The next book that we have here, it is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. They made it to the New York bestsellers list with their first book, which is so exciting. And I know Adri, they were promoting the crap out of this book, and Adri is definitely one of my favorite reviewers. So the way that they review, it's so critical, and I love it so much. So they said that this was a 5-star read, and I 100% believe that this is a 5-star read. So this follows Yadriel, and he is part of a very tight Latinx community, but Yadriel is a transgendered man. He is a guy, and his family is not taking him seriously, not gender-wise and not magic-wise either, because he does have a magic power. So he enlists the help of his cousin to summon a ghost so he can prove his worth, but he ends up summoning the wrong ghost. And the ghost that he summons is the resident high school bad boy, and things get adventurous to say the least. I am dying to read this. Like, this is definitely one that is gonna be on my TBR, and I'm saying it now. You're gonna see this in my October wrap up because this book is perfect for October. The next book that we have here, it is Ray Bear by Jordan Ifuko, and this has been on my list this whole entire year, so I'm super excited to finally get my hands on it. I really like this cover, but the UK cover is gorgeous too, so if you see this book twice on my bookshelf with different covers, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. So this follows, I believe her name is Therese. Yeah, this is the problem with having a Spanish accent and you don't know if you say it English or Spanish. So we're gonna say Therese. Therese has been wanting a family for the longest time, but she ends up having somebody called the Lady, and the Lady has plans for her, which obviously are out of her hands. So she has her future planned out for her. So the Lady sends her off to the mission. It's almost like a dual mission. She has to get into this competition to get inside and become a council member, which is they get what is called the Ray. And her second part of her mission is to gain the prince's trust and then finally kill him. So we follow her. Obviously she's going to do the competition, but she needs to decide whether she's going to take her life into her own hands or has the future already been decided for her? This is a YA fantasy, and every single person that has read this has given it nothing but great reviews, so I'm super excited to get to this. The next book that we have here, it is The Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. And I already read the series, like literally the whole trilogy. I've read it. I love it so much. I really do. So I decided to slowly collect the whole entire series hardback because I did read them through my library. But I love it so much that I need them in my collection so I can reread them for the rest of my life. You know, it's great. We're having a good time here. So this follows a kitsune, and she is in task with the scroll. Now, every 1,000 years, this scroll is divided into 3 pieces, but if you put them together, you get to grant 1 wish on the night of the dragon. So this giant dragon comes along and says, okay, you get 1 wish, but humans are evil and that wish always gets corrupt. So in this book, or in this world specifically, those 1,000 years are almost up, and it's only a matter of time before the dragon reappears. So it follows Yumeko, and her temple gets burned down, so she has to go on the run. But she actually enlists the help of a samurai named Tatsumi, and what they actually don't know is that he is looking for the piece of the scroll to return to his clan, and she is hiding the scroll from him, and the fact that she is a fox. So it has that trope where along this adventure you get to meet different characters, and they actually form this group, and oh my god, I love this series so much. So if you have not picked this up, I highly recommend that you do. The next book that we have here, it is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, and your girl actually has read all of Elizabeth Acevedo's books through the library, so I'm slowly collecting them as well, and this is definitely one of my favorite books of all time. Elizabeth Acevedo is one of my favorite authors ever, and this follows Xiomara, and this is actually told in verse, and it follows her living in New York, dealing with her relationship with the mom, and dealing with the fact about her believing in God and religion. Plus, she doesn't, you know, she wants to find an outlet, and through her school she actually finds this poetry club, and yeah, I know it's a little bit hard to describe, but honestly I took this to heart. Like, oh my god, I love this so much, and I highly suggest that everybody picks this up because it's a powerful story, and this is actually one of the first books that I could connect to on a personal level, so I hold this to a high regard. I love it, and hopefully you read it too. The next book that we have here is Always Never Yours by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegeman Broca. That was a mouthful, but yeah. So the best way to summon this up, this is definitely a high school coming of age, and this follows Megan, and Megan got a lot going on in her household with her dad remarried with a second baby on the way, so she's kind of just used to being put on the back burner, and she just got out of a relationship where the guy falls in love with somebody else. So she's like, you know what, let's move on. This is my high school year. I want to, you know, do this the right way. And she auditions for a play, but she actually gets casted as Juliet, and she's not an actor. So yeah, we follow her adventure there, and there's this guy, and yeah, high school, typical high school contemporary novel, and I love it. Plus this cover is absolutely stunning. Like, I love the color scheme of this. Coming up to the last 2 books, it is The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner by Stephanie Meyer, and this is literally the last book that I needed to complete my Twilight series. I know Twilight is problematic. We all knew this. And if you want more information, I highly suggest that you look it up, especially from indigenous voices. And it's problematic. I can't even deny that. But I have a very special place in my heart for this series. And yeah, I'm very conflicted. But I saw this for like 50 cents and I was like, I need it. So I bought it. And the last book that we have here, and I had it upside down, very cool. It is Legendary, a Carnival novel by Stephanie Garber. And yeah, I read Carnival and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. So it follows these 2 sisters, and these sisters have been dying to be part of this magical carnival theme, like magic island. It's weird. It's really weird. So this game only pops up every couple of years, and this year they have been invited, but they actually get tricked and one of the sisters get kidnapped. So in order to win the prize, literally the prize is to find her sister and set her free. So it takes a dark turn, and I loved it. It was very atmospheric. And yeah, so I decided to continue on with the series and get the second book. I honest to God don't think that I can hold this stack up. Plus, I think it's going to surpass the actual video. Yeah, so we're gonna do a quick outro, y'all. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for being a part of my bookish journey. And if you like this video, do click on the bell notification so you see when I'm posting. I've actually been posting a lot more recently, which is great. So yeah, do like and comment on this video if you did like this haul. If you see any books here that you've absolutely loved, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.